Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Country of Hotels, a haunted hotel horror movie about a bunch of guests who have a really bad time. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 11 available at Amazon.com. Speaking of the Pineys, I just got back from the LBI book swap. Had a great little day there. Whew, running out of books. Got to order more books. Thanks to all who came out. And next event is at the Atlantic City Community College at 11 a.m. And I forget the name of the exact thing. You can click on the links below. I got a week to promote it. So anyhow, this is like a haunted hotel, and you've got a mysterious innkeeper who knows something's going on. I think you have some kind of weird softcore porn that was shot in the hotel, maybe. And then you've got a couple with dark secrets. They're having problems. They're staying in the hotel. And then there's a gun. And then there's another guy who's his wife's cheating on him, and then he shows up to confront this guy, I think, about it. So I think you got 3 stories here, it sounds like, that they intersect at the hotel. I think there's, it's not a bad premise, but the trailer's a little light on what exactly happens and how they're getting this footage, because some of it appears like this. Some of it's like, oh, it's like someone hid cams in the room. And then some of it just seems to be a movie. And then this appears to be the softcore girl. I'm not sure what's going on. So, and this is the wife, I think, getting out of shower. It's always a sexy time at a hotel. At least at a horror hotel. Country of Hotels. I really like that name. That's a interesting name. Let's see. Screenplay by David Hopperstein. Hopperstein? Directed by Julia Maria Martino. Starring Sabohan Hewlett, Matthew Licht, and Adam Leese. Michael Lawrence, Charles Pike. And that's all that's on the credits. Terror films. It seems like a decent enough B horror movie. I mean, here, I guess they discover looks like the porn room. I don't know. And then this guy's coming in. Maybe instead of the wife cheating on him, she made softcore porn. I'm not sure. And there's scenes with this bottle, and then someone hits her on the head with the bottle at one point. I don't know. It seems like a horror movie that the filmmakers decided, well, we could shoot in the hotel all we want. And so let's just make everything happen in the hotel, which isn't a bad plan for a B horror movie. It's not a bad plan at all. But the story isn't jumping off the page at me. I mean, there's some elements here. Kind of feel like you needed a slightly better trailer. Definitely a voiceover. I think if you've got 3 stories in one movie, you're basically looking at 30 minutes of story, right? In a 90-minute film, and I wouldn't make this a minute over 90. So you kind of want to get to the point. Don't tease us with 3 different stories. It's too confusing. Do they intersect or not? Is this all one big story or not? What is it? You're giving us an idea. It's going to be a haunted hotel. I mean, it says it's a haunted hotel horror movie, but I think in the trailer it's got to be a lot clearer. People make up their minds on whether or not they're going to see a movie based on the trailer. And yeah, you could tease them if you have something to tease. Like, there's a little bit of quality stuff here. I mean, you got hot girls. That's always good. But it's not enough by itself. It's a horror movie. So you got to give us a little bit of the why this is happening. Okay, it's a haunted hotel. Why is it haunted? Was it built on an Indian burial mound? Is the hotel girl in on it? See, Joan's very upset. She can hear the other dogs. Hey, no. So if this is like a creep show with hotels, my guess is the first act, you establish the three stories. You either do it one way or the other. Either you go through all one story, and then you go through the next story, and then you go through the last story, and they kind of tie in at the end. So that's, I don't know if that's the best way to do it. It kind of depends. You could do Act 1 of the first, second, and third story, Act 2 of the first, second, and third story, and then Act 3, and it kind of all pays off one after another. You're relying on the audience to remember kind of a lot, but I don't know. And to some extent, it doesn't look like the same hotel in every shot, because the wallpaper's different. Now there, I remember that wallpaper. It's very distinctive. I'm not sure what's going on here. That appears to be the innkeeper. Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing. Visually, it's confusing to me. I mean, there's intriguing elements, but it's confusing. Let's see if there's a write-up here. Country of Hotels tells the story of desperate souls who pass through the doors of 508, a room on the 5th floor of an anonymous, decaying hotel. I like the premise. I mean, it's a nice pitch. You know, so it's all in the same room. Oh, there's more. We are taken on a surreal and blackly comic journey down a lonely corridors behind its outdated furnishings and stained surfaces. The story plunges us into the ever-turning carousel of haunted lives who check in and out of this sinister establishment. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad pitch. It just, so why? I need a little more. Need a little more. So why is it 508? How long a period of time? I mean, you know, give me some details here that really nail it for me. Because if the details aren't in the trailer, I suspect they're not in the movie, and that's a real problem. Like, I wouldn't want to see a movie about room 508 and not have, like, time pass in between the characters going into the room. Unless it's like, I don't know, unless the innkeeper's killing everybody for some reason. You'd want some time to pass, I think, to make it like it's supernatural and this is how people disappear or whatever. So, and 508, why? Why 508? Why do they have a key? Is that only because, well, we're doing a hotel haunted movie. We want them to have keys, not the little swipe card. Swipe card's not, it's cool. And that's true, but can't just go to keys because, well, we want to have keys. Most hotels don't use keys anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. Would I see it? I mean, it's in my wheelhouse. I wouldn't mind seeing a movie like this. It's just that the trailer really didn't sell me on it. I'm kind of ambivalent about it. I feel like I don't know much about the movie. Like, I feel like if I saw this movie back in the Blockbuster days on the shelf with a couple of pictures and stills, I'd probably know about as much as seeing this trailer. And that's the thing with trailers. You gotta, like, sell the movie. If you're being this vague, unfortunately, I suspect the details aren't there in the movie. And that means it's just going to be like, well, they started shooting one movie, and then they kind of segued to another movie, and then the director decided, well, let's do a third story, and then we'll make it like a creep show thing. Like, it could be that situation. I've heard of situations like that, where they're actually writing the movie as they're shooting it. That's a disaster, by the way. It's an absolute disaster. If you don't have a coherent script, yeah, it's not going to work, Joan. Joan, it's not going to work. I don't care how many movies you think you've produced as a dog. It's not going to work without a good script. She doesn't know. She's a dog. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Catch us on the live stream. The live stream. We'll do it live in about an hour. Doing it at 9 p.m. for the live stream. So if you want to yell at me about my movies, critiques, and you want to talk about movies or whatever you want to talk about. I don't care. Just don't be boring. And don't be rude. Join us at 9 for the live stream. We'll do it live. And we'll see you on the live stream.